The Indian economy is experiencing a challenging phase due to the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic, trade disruptions and lower export growth. The Narendra Modi government has set its sights on reviving the country's economic growth trajectory by investing in infrastructure. In this video, we will explore the government's strategy and examine whether it will be enough to get India's annual growth rate back nearer to 7.5%. India's GDP growth rate averaged 7.45% during Modi government's first 4 years in office, dipping to 6.1% in 2018-19 and 4% in 2019-20. The two subsequent years saw virtually flat growth due to the pandemic, but estimates for 2022-23 suggest a recovery with GDP growth ranging between 6.8% and 7%. Despite the overall low growth rate, the World Bank predicts India will remain the world's fastest growing major economy. However, with a slowdown in export growth, the government's target of boosting annual growth to 7.5% will be a challenge. To achieve this target, the government has increased its capital expenditure in the union budget to over Rs 13 lakh crores in 2023-24, signalling a focus on infrastructure and manufacturing. The hope is that the private sector will also set up its investment in capital expenditure to match the government's expenditure. However, the private sector has been slow to take up the challenge, with layoffs at global firms having a sobering effect on Indian industry. The worry is that the recession in the West caused by the Russian-Ukraine war will further dampen demand for manufactured products. The Indian tech sector, which relies on foreign companies' IT budgets, is still around 15% off its mid-2021 sectoral high. In this scenario, infrastructure investment could be the key to boosting growth across sectors. The PM Gati Shakti scheme, which focuses on highway construction, has shown promise, with an average of 37 kilometers of roads being built per day. Road Transport and Highways Minister Nitin Gadkari believes that infrastructure will help boost growth across sectors. Booming passenger car production and rising aviation traffic point to an economy poised to return to high growth momentum. In conclusion, India's economic growth trajectory has been impacted by multiple factors. The Modi government's focus on infrastructure investment could be the key to getting the annual growth curve back nearer 7.5%. If the private sector steps up investment in capex to match the government's expenditure, the target is achievable. However, with the recession in the West caused by the Russian-Ukraine war, it remains to be seen whether this strategy will be enough to boost India's economy.